The dogs and I are on this maritime hammock loop trail. It's a mile loop. This is a state recreation area. They charge $4 to get in, even on the off season. But it's a nicely maintained trail. There was a butterfly garden at the start of it, and a sign about planting native plants instead of invasive ornamentals. They've got interpretive signs. And my favorite feature is that they've painted all of the exposed roots with blaze orange to keep you from tripping on them. It's just funny because I'm always tripping on roots. But yeah, so we're here at this place. So far, I found some poop that might have been from a bobcat. So the characteristics of that were the pinched ends. There's like a lot of fur in it, but I wasn't filming then. And it could maybe have been from a dog. You never know. They did have like a dog poop station at the beginning of the trail and like a garbage to throw it, which I appreciate, because then at least, you know, at the beginning, they pooped at the beginning, so I could just throw away the poop immediately. But also if they go during, you know, you have like a set limit for how long you have to carry it. But yeah, so to get to this trail, it was like coming off of a kind of paved picnic area, camp area, like a bathroom. It looked very, well, it was very paved. So I was not expecting the trail to be like this narrow dirt path. It's really cool. I feel very sheltered from the outside world. And they have little benches so you can sit, rest. The dogs keep stopping and marking things. It's nice here. I think you can hear A1A in the distance. Who rakes the leaves? See? Leave the leaves, you guys. This is what I've been saying about the leaves back home. Leaf litter is an important part of the ecosystem and an important habitat for invertebrates. It's just such a waste to see them bag it up every year. It's just like, I mean, it's terrible. It's really terrible. You've killed that next year's crop of fireflies, Luna moths, tons of caterpillar species, beetles, like fireflies. Fireflies are beetles. It's just unfortunate. Like, they spend 80% of their life cycle in the leaf litter, eating bugs. You've killed a bunch of overwintering toads and frogs, innocent little earth snakes, gotten rid of a lot of food for birds, created carbon emissions in what was a carbon sink, and exposed all the soil to weathering and erosion, and removed a natural source of mulch for your garden and your lawn. Which sucks, but that's a different thing. I don't want to get into lawns. Anyway, this place is beautiful. I do think it's interesting, that sign. Like, I've been here in Florida for, I don't know, how long have we been here, dogs? A week? A little more than a week? Almost 2 weeks. I don't know how long we've been here. The time is blurring. But what I have noticed is that there isn't leaf litter. I think that's why these dogs keep getting muddy in every trail we go to. I mean, so the water features back home, a lot of the streams have very rocky bottoms and like rocks nearby and like a big carpet of leaf litter. So the dogs aren't really walking directly on the dirt, even near water. Whereas here, you know, at first it rained, I've been told, and I've seen the evidence. It rained a lot, so everything was swampy. And then there just isn't a lot of leaf litter because the trees don't really lose their leaves here. It's a different kind of tree. So it's just a lot of dirt. So when it rains, you're walking in mud. And like all the water It's like reedy, silty mud. Everything is like a silt bottom. So every time I take these dogs out and they find any water, and they find a lot of it, fork in the road. Well, I guess we're meant to go this way. They come back with mud on them. I mean, even here, it's bare dirt. This would be like a meter tall leaves back home. Or pine needles. Ooh, I wonder why that tree is marked. Anyway, a lot of mud is my point. A lot of mud, not a lot of rocks or leaf litter to protect dogs from mud. The light scaly patches in this tree are lichens. It's a fungus and algae symbiosis. Isn't that cool? These dogs think it's cool. And that's moss growing on a stump. And that's a bird. Ooh, who was that? So by the restrooms, they had a water fountain and they had a dog bowl there with water for dogs, which I think is very thoughtful and sweet. And I offered them water. I refilled it for them so they'd have fresh water to try to get them to drink. And they refused to drink. They were so excited to get walking. So they were just like, we don't care about this. Let's go. And I said, you guys are going to regret this. Not getting water while you could. But anyway, isn't this beautiful? Look at these trees. And you see this happening because they're like maritime trees by the coast. So they're smaller than the upland ones. And they're getting this like twisty, gnarled, windswept kind of look to them. And they're making this beautiful like hammock canopy, which is must be really nice on a hot day. When I was talking to the ranger at the ranger station on my way in, she mentioned that this trail was shaded, so that must be like a selling point. I mean, yeah, it's definitely a selling point to have a shaded trail in Florida, but it's just great habitat, Oh, stop pulling. Stop pulling. They're like, let's go. Oh, hold on.